The elves are generally recognized as beautiful humanoids with a bright skin and pointy ears. Their origin is found in Norse mythology, where they have a secondary role. The elves do not have a remarkable presence in almost any Norse myth. Their presence is more important in the history of the hero Volundur, the king of the elves. The Elves of Light lived in Alfheimr, considered the kingdom of the elves, but also lived in Vanaheimr, the land of the Vanir gods Frey and Freya, who are two gods of fertility, and therefore, in this kingdom, the abundance of natural wealth was blatant. These elves were seen as lesser deities, associated with fertility, and sometimes were worshipped by the Nordic people. The Black Elves also lived in Svartalfaheim. They were seen as bearers of magical powers, and as a rule of thumb, they were seen as beings of malignant nature, thus being hostile to men. The elves were also present in Celtic mythology, and therefore this creature spread in the imagination of the people of England, Scotland, and Ireland. It's also present in the stories sung by the bards in their medieval feasts. In these stories, the elves were also seen with suspicion. Some centuries have passed, and the elves began to be seen as tiny creatures, stealthy and playful, who often pranked men. These downsized elves have their origin in the beings we know as fairies, but, inspired by Nordic and medieval myths, an author turned these beings into famous creatures. His name is J.R.R. Tolkien, creator of The Lord of the Rings. In his stories, the elves have a relevant role. After Tolkien, one always thinks about the archer Legolas whenever the word elf is mentioned. Today, it's almost unthinkable to set a medieval fantasy without the presence of these beautiful and mysterious beings.